Hello, Tennis and Inwood coaches. Coach Bill here, and I want to talk with you about giving feedback to our students, correction when students are missing or doing something wrong. You know, the second biggest complaint I get from parents is the coaches aren't giving my child any feedback when they miss the shot or when they do something incorrect. So this is a crucial area. I feel that anytime a student misses a shot as a coach, you should be able to tell them one thing to work on and keep it simple. Sometimes I'll hear coaches and they're saying things like, you know, the angle of your racket is 33 degrees and if it was 37 degrees, forget about it. It's too complicated. Keep it simple. If a student is missing the net, you might just want to tell them to aim higher over the net. Now, if they keep missing the net, find different ways to tell them the same thing. So the second time you might say, hey, let's get underneath that ball and let's lift more. The next time they miss in the net, you might want to say, you know, you're aiming 2 feet over the net, let's aim 5 feet. So different ways to say the same thing until you start to get through and the student is able to make that correction. I mean, let's face it, our students can't get better if they don't know that they're doing something wrong and they don't have a direction and something to work on in order to implement and get better. Now, occasionally, not often, but occasionally, I'll see a coach who's way on the other side. A student will miss a shot and the coach will lecture the entire class for a minute and a half. Meanwhile, students are sitting around and they're bored and they're not getting to hit enough balls. Students need to be hitting lots of tennis balls, but give them what I call lightning feedback so they've got something to work on and it keeps the class moving. Now, a lot of times for newer coaches fall into this trap. They're watching the ball. They've been trained to watch the ball as a tennis player. But now as a tennis coach, you need to watch the students. You need to watch them hit. Don't watch the ball because you won't be able to see what the student is doing. And lastly, let's face it, 7 out of 10 times that a tennis ball is missed in this sport, it's because the player is out of position. So if you don't know what to say, start there. Hey, you're out of position. You need to get closer to that ball. Let's take more steps. Let's take some adjustment steps when you get close to the ball. If you're unsure of what to start with positioning. Let's give more feedback out there, guys. Let's give these students something to go off of so they can improve and move forward.